What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So following the same flies that we've been doing, this is for my surf box, and it is a super simple fly. This is Tim Flagger's Flounder snack, and it's just one that I had to add to my box for the surf. Here pretty soon, the flounder are going to start moving into the shallows, and this is one that I want to fish. And since I've been fishing saltwater, or fly fishing saltwater, I've caught 2 flounder. Both have been on a small shrimp pattern, and really just by accident. But this one is going to be a fun one to fish. I'm changing stuff a little bit just because I'm going to be using a sink line, so I'm only going to do a medium beach or a medium lead eye. The hook is a size 1. Thread is Danville 210 and red. The rabbit zonker in the back, you want the tail to be a hook shank in length, and where it's a hook shank in length, you want to poke it through the hook. I've already had that done because I don't have the function in my fingers to be able to poke it through. But get our thread started. Gonna wrap it all the way back to the bend. And then we're gonna come forward and get our lead eyes on. Super simple fly, literally 2 materials. About right there. Y'all have all seen me put lead eyes on before, so I'm just gonna zip through this real quick. Alright, now that we got those secure, give that a second to dry. So I want the rabbit first sticking to it. But yeah, I've caught 2 flounder since I've been fishing saltwater. Both times just by accident, blind casting. The first one I didn't feel the take. All of a sudden the line went tight and I had a flounder on. Second time I felt the bite. Very, very subtle, almost feels like you're hitting weeds. And then just giving it light strips until the line went tight and I set the hook, and that was a flounder as well. Both times very small shrimp pattern, size 4. So this is a bit bigger, but I think for the beach, fishing yetis and around the jetties, I think this is gonna work out really well. So the next material that we're gonna tie in is some cactus chenille, medium pearl. Take our thread back. The rabbit strip can get in your way a bit. Just work it back as best as you can to get it out of your way. Make sure it's nice and secured. And we'll take our thread. We'll go right in front of the lead eyes and do a half hitch. If your fingers work and you can grab it, then you don't need hackle pliers, but for those of you who are tying that are like me that don't have the hand function, then utilize your tools. Alright, so we'll get this rabbit out of the way. And we're just gonna start going forward, doing touching wraps. The first one of these I tied with medium Estaz. The Estaz has a little bit longer fiber than the cactus chenille, and I think it looks really good. I was going to use Estaz for this, but I could not find it. So I'm just using medium cactus chenille. We're just going to keep working this up, trying to pull the fibers back best we can. And then we'll do a figure 8 around the eyes. Try to pull that back. Go ahead and tie that off. Do some securing wraps, and then we'll cut this out of there and clean it up some. If you want to make it more durable, you can put down super glue or Zap-A-Cap on the shank before you start wrapping the chenille, and it'll just help make it more durable. And now I want to clean up the head area a bit. Cut away some of these fibers. Alright. Now, last step, it's tricky for me just because I don't have the hand function. You're going to invert your fly. Might have to pull that down. You want to pull your strip across the top. I'm going to try to get it down and do a couple loose wraps and then tug on it to make sure that it's secure or tight how I want it. What I usually have to do is just hold it with my forceps and then get a couple tight wraps over it, just so that it's tight, the strip is tight and how I want it. I'll take my forceps off. Try to pull this back. Get this better. Alright, that's a lot better. Materials are fighting me just a bit today, but it's alright. we'll go ahead and get this leather out of there. Clean it up just a little bit, and then we'll finish off the head. So that part can be a little tricky, more so for me just because I can't grab it and pull it and use just one hand to tie it down. You know, I gotta use both my hands, so it makes it a little tricky, but a little bit of patience and you'll get it. Let's build up a nice red head on this. And that's basically it. We'll throw in a whip finish. And that's the fly complete. Like I said, super simple. 2 materials. And a little bit of time. And the fly is done. And that's the flounder snack. So definitely something I had to add to my box for fishing the surf this year. I'm assuming redfish will eat it as well. Just a nice flashy little bait fish pattern. Can be a little tricky to tie, but once you get the hang of it, you can get it done pretty quick. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And this is going to be the 3rd one for my surf box. I'm thinking about doing one more, but I'll have to see. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Any tips, tricks, again, leave them in the comments. Hit the bell notification so you know when I upload. And until the next one, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.